Michael, as an investor,
Yes.
is it a good year for you? Did you make money?
I think this is a very challenging question for now, but I would say this year we have made money until the third quarter of this year. It has been quite good for investors because we had a surprise interest rate cut coming from the overnight policy rate by 25 basis points. So I think a lot of market did not actually price in that cut in interest rate. So that bode well for the Malaysian bond market, both on the government securities market as well as the corporate bond market. But of course, having said that, we have seen, as of last week, we have seen the change in terms of yield expectations and capital going back to the US and all that, where treasuries have sold off, as well as MGS has also sold off equivalent. So, but what we see here is that net, we are still positive in terms of return. I mean, if you to measure from the start of this year until right now, we are still net positive.
Yeah. I actually asked these questions to the G3 bond investors, the earlier panel in the morning, but I'm wondering, as a local currency investors, what has been your most profitable trade?
What has been
the most profitable trade that you've done this year?
Profitable trade. For this year, well, it's quite of an exclusive trade question to say. Well, I think for this year, part of the profitability comes from the government bond market, because we have seen, I mean, yields actually going a lot lower post the surprise interest rate cut from Malaysia. And on top of that, because of the demand coming from the corporate bond market space for issuances like Chagamas, and also we have seen some of the rare rated AA issuances, like we had the Duke 3 bonds. A lot of bonds, all these has been aggressively taken up by investors, especially onshore investors. Why is there such a surge in terms of interest is because the corporate bond market don't have that much of supply, and the issuances coming from these infrastructure projects are long dated. So when long dated comes into the market, it's actually quite scarce. So for insurers like us and for our fellow competitors insurers, they also like long dated infrastructure bonds because of the, we are able to match our liabilities better with these assets. That's why it has done really well for overall Malaysian corporate bond market.
Hey,